students, how are you? I hope you are well by Almighty Creator and staying at home. I think you are enjoying your classes, especially English class, and in the meantime you have passed a vacation, Eid vacation, and I hope you have passed Eid vacation properly and you enjoyed a lot. But in the meantime, you should remember that you shouldn't forget your study. Your exam will be held according to our decision setters. Understand? So you should remember that your exam will be held. So and not so far. So try to prepare yourself using proper use of time. So for that purpose, you should finish your rearranged syllabus properly. For that purpose, we are trying to finish completing sentences and we have come the last portion of completing sentence. So students, now we are practicing completing sentence. Try to make you practice completing sentence, and at the same time I am trying to teach you transformation at the same time. You know, transformation and completing sentence has a great relation because in both cases you should know some structures of the sentences. If you know the structures of the sentences, then you are able to complete a sentence, then you will be able to convert a sentence from one formation to another formation. For that purpose, now I am discussing about contrast sentence. Do you know that what is contrast sentence? Contrast sentence have two portions. One portion is set against another portions. That means what should we do is a general condition, but contrast sentence has done opposite thing. I am giving you the contrast sentence through example. Look at the whiteboard, students. Here, as he was ill, he could not come to college. Here, first portion is cause. He was ill. And second portion, he could not come to college. There is a result, cause and effect. First portion is cause and second portion is its effect, and it's a usual fact. As he was ill, he could not come to college. It's not a contrast sentence. It's a cause and effect sentence, and it's a general law. So that type of sentence is not called the contrast sentence. Contrast sentence, first portion do against that portion. Then the sentence will be Look at the board, students. He was ill. This is the reason, cause. So, the effect should be he could not come to college, but here he came to college. So, try to realize he was ill. Though he was ill, he came to college. So, students, as he was ill, the general sense is he couldn't or he shouldn't come to college. But in contrast sentence, the second person effect will do with contrast. That means opposite thing. So, though he was ill, he came to college. He didn't come to college is not. He came to college. Though he was ill, he came to college. This opposite meaning. He was ill, so he should stay at home. He shouldn't come to college. This is the general sense. But in contrast sentence, overtaking his illness, he will try to do his activity. In another sentence, though his brain was not sharp, though his brain was not sharp, he always makes good result. So here, the students, his brain was not sharp. So the general sense is he will not able to make a good result. But in contrast sentence is having his fault, his performance will be good. That means first person sense will do the opposite action, not similar action. Two parts will do opposite action. That type of sentence is called contrast sentence. Understand, students? So, this contrast sentence, if you find out though or although, though and although, if you give these two subordinate conjunction, this is called subordinate conjunction. If you find out though and although, by seeing though and although, you should remember the structure. The structure is that you have got a contrast sentence. So, you should feel the sentence regarding this law. That means you have to find out a contrast sentences. Now, though she was beautiful, the sentence may come in this way. Look at the board. though she was beautiful. So the general sense is that everybody liked her as she was beautiful. But when you will get the subordinate conjunction though, that means it's a contrast sentence. So you have to write down that opposite meaning. And the opposite meaning is she was beautiful. You should overlook the similar sense. You have to think about the opposite thing, opposite sense. So the answer will be what? The answer will be nobody liked her. The answer is though she was beautiful, the answer will be nobody liked her. This is the answer. So that type of sentence is called contrast sentence. And in this contrast sentence, to a conjunction stress. She was beautiful, nobody liked her. It's another clause. And two clause has joined with a subordinate conjunction, and the conjunction is though. So as though is a subordinate conjunction, so that type of sentence is called complex sentence. Now, though may stay in the middle position, then the answer will be in exam, the sentence may come this way. Though he is honest, first person may be omitted. Then you should start reading the sentence from here. Then you will be able to write the proper sentence here. Though he is honest. So you have find out the subordinate conjunction though. Then you can think that it's a contrast sentence. So he is honest. So you have to write down an opposite action here. Though he is honest. So the normal sentence is everybody likes him. Everybody likes him. But as it's a contrast sentence, you have to write down opposite meaning. Nobody likes him. The answer is nobody likes him. The answer is that. If the sentence may come this way, nobody likes him. Only this portion has been given and first portion has been omitted, then you have got opportunities to write sentence using either a clause or a phrase. Then you will get opportunity if the subordinate conjunction is omitted. Suppose thinking that nobody likes him. So what will be the answer? The answer is that You may write down similar sense word. The sentence is as he is dishonest. It's a right answer. As he is dishonest, nobody likes him. It's a correct answer. As he is dishonest. Answer may be though he is honest. Look at the board. Nobody likes him. The opposite sense is honest. So, when you have used the subordinate conjunction though, that means a contrast conjunction though, then you have to write down opposite sense. Though he is honest, nobody likes him. It's also a correct sentence. It's both are clauses. Now, in spite of his being honest, it's a phrase. And in spite of his being honest, nobody likes him. It's also a contrast sentence. But last portion, in spite of his being honesty, from where comes? From in the place of though, you have to put in spite of. Understand? You should replace in spite of in the place of though. It's your first duty. And second duty is he is a subjective case. You have to convert this subjective case into a possessive case. He is a subjective case and his is a possessive case. Understand? And from is you have to convert this finite verb into a phrase. Then you have to add ing with the main verb be. You know is a be verb. So you have to add ing with the base verb be. So the answer is in spite of his being honest is same condition. This is the intersense. And if you are able to intersense this meaning, then you will be able to transfer a sentence from one formation to another. You know, it's a complex sentence, but in this phrase, as it's a phrase, so it's also an answer, but the answer, the formation of the sentence is it's a simple sentence, not complex sentence. What is the difference between clause and phrase? If you use clauses, the sentence is a complex sentence, but if you use a phrase, the sentence is simple sentence. So, if you remember these two formations together, then in exam hall you will able to write down the sentence using either a phrase or a clause, and also you will be able to transfer a sentence from one formation to another in another grammatical item, and the item is transformation. Understand, students? So, in this way, you have to remember the structures of the sentence. That means, what is the complex sentence and what is the formation of simple sentence. Students? So, In spite of his being honest, you can write down the sentence in another formation. It's also a right sentence. In spite of his honesty, nobody likes him. Look at here. In spite of his, what is the formation? In the place of though, you have to use in spite of. He, subjective case, you have to convert subjective case into possessive case, his. And is, be verb is omitted. Understand? Be verb is fully omitted. And for that reason, you have another duty. The duty is, after be verb an adjective may put. So, honest is an adjective. But when you put honest after a possessive case, after possessive case a noun puts, not an adjective puts. After a possessive case, always a noun puts. So, your duty is you have to convert honest, adjective honest, into a noun. And the noun of honesty is honesty. Understand? So, in spite of his honesty, nobody likes him. In spite of his honesty, nobody likes him. It's also one side. So, students, what is your duty? Your duty is you should remember these three formations together. Then your power will be included. What is the purpose of education? The purpose of education is increasing your power, increasing your thinking power, increasing your mental power, and increasing your spiritual power. When you pay attention about studies, then your studious power, thinking power will be improved. When you do honest activity, then religious activity, then your mental and spiritual power will be improved. And all powers helps each other. Understand, students? If your mental and spiritual power will be improved, that power will help you to give your studious power strengthen. Understand? That means that two powers help you to increase your studious power. Understand? So, try to be honest. I always advise you, try to be honest and try to do honest activity. Then your studious activities or performance must be developed, must be increased. So, students, try to remember these three formations. Though is a complex sentence, contrast sentence, in spite of, also a contrast sentence, in spite of, also contrast sentence, and after in spite of, you may form in these two ways. That means one way is if you use be verb, you have to use ing with this be verb, then the adjective will not be changed. Adjective will be same. But if you omitted adjective, be verb, then you have duty. The duty is you have to convert this adjective into a noun, because after possessive case, a noun always puts. Understand, students? In this way, if you are able to remember these three sentences, I already taught you or already told you, you will be able to test two grammatical items. One, one grammatical items is you will be complete sentence, and the another way is you will be able to transfer a sentence from contrast sentence from complex to simple. Okay, students. So students, no more today. Next class I will try to make you realize this contrast sentence in details and with another sentences. So I ask you to join my class and try to get the benefit of this online class. Okay, thank you very much.